Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be learning how to create winter-inspired watercolor bookmarks. These bookmarks are super easy and fun to create, and I'm sure all of you are going to enjoy creating this. So let's get started. Let us start with the supplies that we'll need. I'm taking watercolor paper, some white knight watercolor paints, you can use tubes and pans, some watercolor brushes flat and round, a mixing palette, 2 jars of water, masking fluid and an old brush to apply the masking fluid, pencil and an eraser. Let us start off by securely taping down our paper using masking tape. You can use any size that you wish to use for your bookmarks. I just use this particular size because it looks super cute and is super handy. So yeah, you can use any size that you like. Also, make sure that you're using 100% cotton paper for best results for this project. Using my pencil, I'm going to sketch the idea out on both my bookmarks. So I'm creating ground and moon, which is going to be my common subject. So using my pro circle, I'm creating the moon, and using my masking fluid, I'm going to mask the moon. This makes it easier for me to add details to the moon later on. If you don't have masking fluid, you don't have to worry at all. You can either go around the circular shape that we created carefully so that paint does not enter this, or you can use white gouache or poster colors later on to create the moon. That is totally up to you. Once the masking fluid has dried, using my flat brush, I'm going to layer it with some clean water. See how easy it is for me to layer the water without worrying about my moon. So that is where masking fluid plays an important role. Now I'm going to pick up some lemon yellow and add a bit of Indian yellow to it and place it around the moon. Here we're just going to depict that the moon is shining and it's yellow in the sky. And I'm using azure blue, or if you don't have azure blue, you can use Prussian blue or any blue that you have in your set. So I'm just going to leave some white space in between, and I'm going to blend it out with the blue and the yellow so that we don't make a lot of green, but a little bit of green is not a problem. So yeah, I've just layered it out with the lightest shade first to get a nice and even blend, and I'm going to build my colors by adding darker tones of it. So you can see here I'm adding darker tones, and I'm just going to play around with the blending, add some nice and easy strokes, and yeah, that's it. That's the main step that we're going to do for the first bookmark. For creating the darker tones of my sky, that is the blue, I'm adding a bit of indigo to my azure blue. This just makes it nice and really dark for my sky. Once you're happy with how the colors in your sky look, while the paper is still wet, I'm going to take some azure blue and add a bit of indigo to it and create a nice and dark tone, and I'm going to create these far off trees. Don't worry about if the trees don't look perfect. We just want to depict that it's nice and misty and it's in the background. So we're going to do that with azure blue and add a bit more indigo to create some nice and dark Payne's gray color, and we're going to repeat the process. So since the paper is still wet, our trees are going to blend with the sky and they will not have a perfect shape, but you can still see that they are trees. While our first bookmark is drying, we're going to move on to create the background or the sky for our second bookmark. So using the same process, I'm going to layer it with some clean water, and I'm adding a bit of quinacridone lilac for my nice and lilac sky, and I'm using Payne's gray for the darker tones of my sky. and I'm going to easily blend it out, evenly blend it out, and build the tone if I think that the colors are light. So I'm just going to play around and blend Payne's Grey and Quinacridone Lilac together. Using a darker tone of Payne's Grey, we're going to create these left and right strokes in our sky that kind of depict the far off clouds. Once you're happy with the blend of your sky, we're going to repeat the same process as we did on our first bookmark to create these far off trees. So using a dark tone of Payne's Grey, we are going to create these trees while our paper or our background for the sky is still wet. Remember, the paper has to be wet for us to create these far off trees. Otherwise, we'll have sharp edges and they will not look blended. Once our paper has dried, we are going to carefully peel out our masking fluid. You can use an eraser for this process as well, but I really like using my thumb to, peel the masking fluid because I find it really satisfying. To create the moon, we are going to carefully wet the circular area with some clean water, and using the lightest tone of Payne's Grey, we're just going to dab it randomly. This just shows the nice grey color of our moon. Then using a little darker tone of Payne's Grey, we are going to randomly, dab it on our moon to depict the darker areas of the moon. And we're going to repeat the same process for our second moon as well. Once the moon has dried, we are going to create a tree. We are just depicting that the tree is really close to the observer. So it is really big and it is covering the whole left side of our paper. And we're going to just create branches. We're not adding leaves since it is a winter landscape, and because autumn went before, so the leaves have all fallen out and all we're left is the trunk and the branches. So we are going to carefully create these branches. You can use a detailer brush if your the brush that you're using is not able to get you the right stroke, so you can do it however you like. So we're just going to create a tree and some branches. Since we're also going to make it a nice and snowy landscape, so for the ground I'm going to add the lightest tone of Payne's Grey, and this is just to show the shadows of our snow rather than leaving it all white. So we're adding lightest tone of Payne's Grey to depict the shadows for the ground. The second bookmark, I decided to create the ground first, so I'm using the wet on wet technique to create the ground. I'm using the same method, a lightest tone of Payne's Grey for the ground to depict the shadows on, since it's a night sky, there are a lot of shadows and the snow does not look exactly white and it looks a little bit gray. So I'm adding darker tones of Payne's Grey to depict the curves or the unevenness of our ground. And using same Payne's Grey, I'm going to create the tree, and the bottom part of the tree I'm going to blend it with the ground just by adding a little bit of water, as you can see. And yeah, it looks nice and evenly blended to our ground, and I'm going to use the same Payne's Grey to create a nice and beautiful tree and branches. background looked a little bit empty, I decided to add a bit of, grass or these little shrub things which only have some branches or some stems left to it. So yeah, using paint spray you can add these grass structures. Now comes the most fun part of our video, and that is adding snow. So using white gouache, I'm going to depict the snow that has already fallen on the tree branches. So I'm using white gouache here. If you don't have white gouache, you can use white poster colors or acrylic if you have that, or even watercolors, white watercolors straight out of your tube without adding a lot of water to it. And wherever I feel I need to add a little bit of highlights to my trees, I'm going to do that as well using the same white gouache, and I'm going to repeat the same process on my other bookmark as well, that is to add the snow that has already fallen. Now we're going to add splatters all over our bookmarks to depict the snow that is falling. So we are going to load one of our brush with some white gouache and tap it against another brush or even your finger to create these splatters. And we are going to just randomly splatter it everywhere. It does not have to have a particular order. It's not supposed to look a particular way. You can just randomly splatter it everywhere on both our bookmarks. And our winter bookmarks are ready. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Doesn't it look beautiful? And it was so easy to create as well. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more art videos. If you give these winter bookmarks a try, don't forget to share it with me on Instagram at The Simply Aesthetic. The link is in my description box. I can't wait to see your recreations. See you in the next video. Bye bye.